In the Doom Powers trailer that we got for Sonic X Shadow Generations, we caught a glimpse of Chaos Island from Sonic Frontiers, and even Sunset Heights from Sonic Forces. This got me wondering, why is Chaos Island in Sonic X Shadow Generations? Well, let's find out. Before we continue, just want to remind you guys I have an animated recreation of the Sonic Movie Free trailer done in SFM in the works, and should be out in the coming weeks. So be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell to be notified for when that releases. And keep an eye out for my future videos and animations, such as my upcoming feature film, Cool Freeze Quest, Ender's Awakening. One last thing, I will be attending the Sonic Symphony at the Apollo Theatre in London Saturday, September 28th. If you're going, feel free to say hello and have a chat before the show. And now back to our regularly scheduled video. Chaos Island being in Shadow Generations is very interesting. We never saw Shadow in Frontiers, and it's confirmed the plot takes place at the same time as Sonic Generations, way before Sonic Frontiers takes place and Forces with the inclusion of Sunset Heights. With the time meter involved with the story, this could mean that with the game being set before those two games, this allows us to finally travel to the future. Something that hasn't been done in a Sonic game since Sonic 06. Shadow Generations gets to be unique about it. While 06 and even Sonic CD having time travel to the future, those were original locations made for those games that we never see again with the exception of Sonic Generations and Sonic Mania for obvious reasons. Shadow Gens, on the other hand, Forces and Frontiers have been released since Sonic Generations first came out. Going to the future this time around will be of a location we've previously seen, but to the characters at that point, have not. Shadow being in Chaos Island does spark some unanswered questions still. Is this during what goes on in Sonic Frontiers, or is this a point in the plot where Shadow is to be warned of something coming his way? I can see this with Sunset Heights since Shadow is in Forces, but I'm not entirely sure when it comes to the Frontiers side of things. While plot-wise, it leaves a lot of questions, gameplay-wise, from what we saw, looks promising. Chaos Island and Frontiers was my least favorite island in the game. Too much 2D, and not a lot of open space like Kronos, Ares, and Uranus. We do see some 2D in the trailer, but hopefully it's not as tedious as Frontiers was. Overall, the stage so far does look fun. The remix that we recently got to hear has a mixed reaction to it, give or take if you like EDM, but for me personally, I honestly loved it as it reminds me of cyberspace. And bits from the original score of Frontiers mixed in was a nice touch. Another thing I wonder is, will we see some potential characters during Chaos Island like Sage and Knight? Sage would be an interesting interaction as we've never seen the two interact before. And for all we know, she could unleash Knight to attack Shadow during the stage, just like when we first met him in Sonic Frontiers. I briefly talked about Knight in my boss fight predictions video, check that out if you haven't already. I'll leave a link in the description and put a title card in the corner. It would be so cool if we got to fight Knight though. Could we even get a remix of Find Your Flame? That was one of my favorite vocal themes in Frontiers. If it came back for another boss fight, it would be so sick. I can't wait to play Chaos Island in Shadow Generations. It has a lot of potential, and I think with Sonic Team taking feedback from fans when Sonic Frontiers came out and after the updates that the game got, perhaps Chaos Island being in Shadow Generations will be a lot more enjoyable. But what do you guys think? Are you excited to see Chaos Island in Shadow Generations? And what do you hope to see? Let me know in the comments below, and yeah, we'll just go from there. So I thank you all for watching, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter and TikTok, which will be linked in the description down below, and I will see you all in the next video. So until then, take care, bye bye.